Hey everyone, Insane Sticky here, and today we're going to talk about one of the harshest, most dangerous and unforgiving environments in the verse. Prison. Klescher is the prison facility in Stanton that you will wake up in if you die while being extremely naughty. They use prisoners to mine rocks by hand, which likely leads to a profit on their end, and in return, you might get out of jail slightly faster than just waiting your sentence out. Is this the only way to get out? Well, it's the easiest way. Probably the most low risk method. Mining rocks by hand and trading them into the kiosk for time off your sentence, while hoping and praying that you don't die in some strange accident, or get murdered by a fellow prisoner. I didn't do it. Or you could steal everyone else's hard work. There is an alternative. In the deeper sections of the mines, where the comsats are out of range, you may receive a request from Ruto, one of the less reputable quest givers in the verse. Retrieve the data chip and lose your criminal record. Not a bad deal. Like a normal escape, get the code by looking into the guard's office on the way back to the main facility. Be sure to write it down, because you don't want to get it wrong. Jump a fence and a small gap to the exhaust fan. Enter the code into the keypad. Small jump through the bent fins into the escape tunnel, and then following the narrow path, make your way over to the escape tunnel. Do a little parkour on the way down. You might take some damage, but that's completely normal. Mind the pile of dead bodies down the bottom. Parkour your way through the tunnels and underground cave systems, jumping some pretty decent gaps. Locate the body. Make the jump. Misjudge it completely. And fall to your death. Let's try that again. The escape path from Klescher is actually fairly tricky when you're new to it. There's low gravity, cramped tunnels, huge jumps to land, and let's not mention the final stages when you have to navigate anti-personnel mines and the harsh service of Aberdeen. I think I made close to 40 attempts over a 6-day period from when I first got to prison to when I finally left, refusing to leave until I succeeded. By the time I made the successful attempts you will see later, sorry for the spoilers, I'd actually gotten out of the facility about 10 times. 5 just trying to learn the cave systems, not taking any missions. and then a further 5 with the escape missions. And it was only in the last 2 attempts that there was actually a Rover in the garage waiting for me to finish the mission. Alright, one last fuck up, just because this one's a little funny, and then we'll get on with it. Get the mission, get the code, get past the broken exhaust fan that is for some reason never getting fixed, only to fall to your death straight away. Let's get on to the successful attempts. The counter shows 5 escapes with the missions where there was no Rover. I'll have this sped up until any key points, and if you want an instructional on how to get through the tunnels, I will put the link to the Daily Noob video that taught me how to get through the tunnels. Be sure to give them a sub, and while you're at it, why not do the same thing here? It's free and it means the absolute world to me. This is probably one of my favourite locations to find the body. To do this jump, take slow backward steps off the edge of the cliff onto this platform here. Get into this corner and aim from your corner to roughly the centre of the bit of steel you're on. Look above and to the right of the corpse, and holding shift move forward in a sprint and jump right before you hit the edge. This should send you far enough and just low enough to make it to the platform the body is on and allow you to collect that data chip. From there, aim to this side of the pit, right next to the platform you're on, and follow the path back and to the beginning of the tunnels. Welcome to the I-beam shortcut. This is actually a little tricky and sometimes it can take a while to make it up while you're still new to it. Make sure you're on the corner of this bit of scrap. Aim up and sprint and jump quickly to get the height and forward movement necessary to land on the beam. Sometimes I get this first go and sometimes it really takes a few tries. Once up, crouch, make your way over here and jump. It pretty much just propels you out, follow the tunnel around, jump this gap and that gap, down the ladder, and you make it to the anti-personnel mines. Vault this box and press the S key immediately to avoid crossing the line. It will look like you did regardless, just do it and pray. Now you're going to want to get prone and work your way past the first and second lasers. For this second row, stick to the far left. I find that going through the center, it seems to make your bag hit the beam and you almost get killed every time. Now the last beam is usually right behind the box on the right. You would jump onto that and then over the beams. Write down these two codes. These allow you to access the two garages where there are supposed to be Ursa Rovers waiting for you to steal. It's a good idea to check your oxygen levels and replenish if needed. Now there are some gaps in the stairs here, so I put it back to the normal speed for you to see where they are. Jump onto this pile, and then onto the roof, and you're pretty much out. Jump over the railing, and onto the garage. Alright, we're just gonna have a peek through the door. I don't think... No! You're fucking kidding me, we got a Rover! Yes! Yes! Now that you've actually won some sort of a lottery and found an Ursa Rover in the garage, the only thing left to do is to drive out to a wreck site, kill some guards, and upload the data from the data chip. And voila, your crim stat is erased. Fun fact, if you have it turned on, the remote turret can be fired while you're still in the driver's seat, allowing you to kill these guards with ease. Relative ease. And there you have it, the mission is complete, and you are no longer a criminal. Now from my understanding there's meant to be a Cuddy Black here for you to fly away. This did not spawn, and to avoid trespassing or having to drive a huge distance, I decided to self-destruct the Rover. It's a butt. to Barton Flats, right. I could just drive to Barton Flats? It doesn't matter, it's done. Now, little did I know this would spawn me back in Klescher, but this time without a criminal stat. Now, I was going to leave, but I decided to try to escape just one more time, just to see if there was another Rover that I could use to get out of trespassing range, and then go set up like a pickup beacon or something like that. But this failed, and on my death, I gained a crim stat again for an escape attempt, funnily enough. On an interesting note, I learned that there is an alternate name to this mission I'd never seen before. I will speed through pretty much all of this and get us to the final stage. One note of interest, this is another location to find the body. From the lower edge, aim to the corner of the far platform in the cliff face, just above the body, and move forward without sprinting and jump as you hit the edge. This will allow you to land on the platform without bouncing off. Next note, the vault will sometimes just send you through the beam. I was pressing S during this entire incident. I'm not going to question that outcome though. Now, I find it funny that the second time I get this far in the same server as last time is the second time I ever find a Rover in one of these buildings. Now, I do have a theory around this. I believe that the reason people aren't finding Rovers is because when they're getting taken, they're just getting abandoned at the end of the mission, or just abandoned wherever someone manages to escape. And for some reason, the respawn is just hampered by this. By self-destructing the Rover last time, I allowed the server to spawn in another Rover in the same garage. And that's it, mission complete again. Still no cutty though. Now this time I drove the Rover out of trespass range and I self-destructed again. And I pretty much just ended up straight back in Klescher. Just like last time though, I had no criminal stats, so I decided I'd just walk out this time. I'd had enough, I've done enough escape attempts, I've done it, I've been successful. As far as I'm concerned, that's all I need. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It's free to do, and it makes all the difference for me. Thank you all for making it this far and hanging out. We'll see you next time.